Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Lisa Ashton Medium Psychic, or Psychic Medium, I should say. If you haven't been here before, welcome. We're glad to have you as a part of our community. If you have had, and please subscribe and hit the notification button, because I will be coming on to do some mediumship readings this week, as we're closest to the thin veil is going on right now between now and Halloween. So we get a lot of really nice, intense messages during this time that I want to make sure I pass on to you and from your loved ones. On Sunday, you can go back and read or look at one of my recordings. It was over 3.5 hours long, mediumship reading. I am going to probably not take everyone that comes on. I'm going to have to figure out another system. That was 3.5 hours was a lot. I took care of 29 people. Giving them readings, tarot readings, or mediumship readings. And if you're interested and you're enjoying them and you want me to continue my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, send it out to your friends, please. And if you can afford donations of love, I greatly appreciate it. On Saturday, I didn't receive any donations of love, so 3.5 hours was a long time. Which I use that to help me not take appointments outside, because I want to be here on YouTube for you guys, but I use that time generously to allow you guys to get messages definitely from your loved ones who are coming through. 3.5 hours is just a little bit too long of for me, not taking clients or putting clients aside. So what I'll probably end up doing, I haven't quite decided. I know I am going to be running a class next week about how to connect with your guardian angels, which I know some of you have been asking for. I probably will run it on Zoom, and I'll probably charge a minimal amount, like $25, and it'll be a longer video for those that want to sign up. And I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Hopefully the energy is very good. I wasn't here yesterday. I wasn't feeling well. I'm sorry you missed today, but for those of you that follow me and have commented and sent me emails, I'm very grateful. I love to hear from my community of people, and I love to know that my messages are hitting home and helping you out in the long run. So I will definitely, let's get started pulling some cards for the week, and for the day today, on the 27th of October. And we'll see where it ends up. The energy is still very chaotic. Aries, Mars doesn't come out of Aries retrograde until the 14th of November. It's going back right now into Pisces as it retrogrades, which is a little bit of a softer energy, and it will move back to Aries at the end. We also have Mercury in retrograde, which of course, Mercury rules the planets are the signs of Gemini and Virgo, so they tend to feel it a little bit harder. Lots of times miscommunication, things that get developed, only halfway done, or things that you've started may not get completed. You want to read all the fine print, is all I like to say during Mercury retrograde. If you're buying a car, that's fine. People always say don't buy a car during Mercury retrograde. I don't agree with that. I feel that you just need to be really careful and read all the directions. Same with traveling. Be really careful. Know where their luggage is going. Know, that you have your tickets. Know that you have everything you need, so that travel won't be disrupted. Okay, so it kind of gives you the legs up. Knowing the astrological forecast. We just turned our sun sign into Scorpio, and the full moon on Saturday, the once in a full moon on Halloween, is in Taurus. Taurus is very stubborn, pushing ahead, forward, letting go of things that no longer serve you, but moving forward in a new positive, new direction. And of course, we have the sun sign in Scorpio now, which is all about kind of mystery, can deluge down into the darker influences a little bit. So we want to try to make sure we keep our intention high, keep your vibration high, okay, which is in love and light and compassion and being kind, as opposed to down deep below where we see the elections going, right? We don't want that energy. We don't want to bring that in. The best way for you not to bring in that energy for yourself is to ask the universe to protect you, keep you safe, and just stay in your own lane. If somebody tries to poke you with the stick, don't react, because reacting is what really gets us into that place of negativity or low vibration, right? We're going along with what someone has asked us to do, as opposed to being in that high vibration. Doesn't mean ignore somebody, it just means maybe flip around whatever they say in your head so you don't take it personally, because this is a week where you're going to find a lot of that. Okay. So today's Tuesday, October 27th. I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'll put this down so you can see me shuffle, and then I'll pull cards for each of the signs. And then at the end, I will be doing some Reiki healing, like I always do at the end of every one of my daily readings. And if you want to plan for a private half-hour reading with me, you may go down below. It's listed as northernlights.one. That's my website. You can get my phone number and check out under my bio that I'm a third-generation psychic medium. I've been doing this for 35 years. All the information about me personally as a registered nurse, all the information about how you can see the different readings I offer, and then you can call me and we can schedule a reading. There's also a button down there, like I mentioned before, called Donations of Love, where you can give a small amount, which is definitely appreciated. Thank you so much for any of you that have donated over time. I'm very grateful. It allows me to keep doing what I'm doing and not taking all personal clients during this time that we're all suffering, I know, financially. So I certainly don't expect you to donate if you can't afford it. This is a free YouTube channel, okay? So enjoy the day. Let's see where the cards take us, and I'm going to pull cards for Aquarius first. Okay, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Okay, Aquarius, you have the Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, I didn't even see it correctly at all. I'm looking at the next card. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, eights are about moving quickly, moving fast. He's got all the cups. Some of them are overturned. He got a little impatient. He's leaving some by the wayside. And he's looking forward. He's looking ahead towards the full moon, right? What's expected? What's coming in? Cups are emotions. Cups are balance. Cups are allow us to see their water signs. They allow us to see the emotions that we feel. They allow us to see the compassion that we feel, staying in that higher vibration. He's very grounded in this picture, but he has his back turned towards us as if he's forgotten about all these other cups that are still standing upright. So make sure you pay attention to all the fine details today, Aquarius. Make sure you pay attention to anything that comes up that is a surprise to you, that you really need to take a good look at. You may not make any final decisions regarding whatever comes up until the full moon, which is this Saturday, full moon in Taurus. And again, it's a stubborn energy, but Taurus is also has a softer side to it. But it's going to be a good day. I do feel like a couple of you might be in line for a promotion, and you're going to be hearing about a promotion today or some extra money coming in, which is nice because there are still cups standing. So it is a benefit, and the emotions will be really positive today for you, Aquarius. So I hope you enjoy that. Libra, the card I pulled for you is the King of Cups. The light is shining really funny on my glasses, so I'm going to make sure that I see it correctly. Another cup sign, which is lovely for the air signs. Another emotional sign. Look at the water underneath him, though. It's kind of choppy, as they call it here in New England. It's kind of, you see the tops of the water, or the white crest coming over, which means that there could be some bumps in the road today a little bit, Libra. There could be some things that you're not expecting that come forward, but look how calmly he's sitting in this. And that has to do with emotions, by the way, the cups. So anything that comes up that you don't really like the outcome of, you can change. Remember, you do have free will. But also look at how calmly he's sitting in his chair. He's not sitting straight up. He's not sitting like in a kingly pose, right? He's not trying to run his government. He's nonchalantly, he's got a foot in the water, he's got a foot in his emotions, and he's got a foot above the water. So he's very kind of nonchalantly taking a look at everything today. And that's kind of where I feel like you are, Libra. I feel like anything that comes into your life today, or any news you hear about, it depends on how you take it. If you react, the waters are going to be choppy. If you don't react and you kind of move ahead in your lane and just let go whatever comes up or whatever is bothering you, then it won't matter, okay? It won't make a bit of difference. So try to stay in your own lane today and enjoy the day fully. And for Gemini, now don't forget Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury's in retrograde right now. So we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is often about despair, what we're leaving behind, what we're not happy about, deception. It could be that someone was deceiving you or is deceiving you at work. I feel like this is a work card for many of you. If you look how desolate the land is, it looks like it's been burned over. But you see the sun rising. He's holding the swords very precariously, as if they could cut. And if you look closely, they have cut. his arm. So he needs to regroup. You need to regroup today, Gemini. You need to look at some things that might be hurting you or might be affecting you somehow, and take a look and decide whether or not you can actually move away from it. Right? You have free will to move away from this darkness or this darker energy, right? And that's what this yellow of the sunrise is showing. As the sun starts to come up, the day is going to get better and better. So just hang in there. In the beginning, it could be a little bit of a bumpy ride, or maybe you've been through it already, and that's why everything is kind of desolate. And now you're picking up your swords and you're walking towards better things. You're walking towards better judgment. You're walking towards better decisions. So some new things may come in that are really positive for you by the end of the day. Okay? Okay, Gemini. Now let's see for Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, Earth signs. Let's see what is out there for you today. Okay. Capricorn, we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Wands for Virgo, and we have the Eight of Swords for Taurus. Okay, so making a choice here, right? The Two of Pentacles, having to make a choice. See, he's got, neither one is wrong, and that's what the rainbow is trying to show you in this card. Neither choice that you make is wrong. I do feel this is career-oriented, so I'm not sure if you're planning on starting a business, thinking about it, taking the leap of faith and letting go of the positive income that's coming in and trusting that the universe will take care of you. Because look, your ship is coming in. It's a little bit, if you take that leap of faith, you might find over here a little bit of rough waters for a couple of weeks, but your ship is coming in. So if there's a direction you've been wanting to head in that isn't what you're currently doing, this is the time to do it. Okay, Capricorn? Because the pentacles are on your side, you're going to make a choice, you're going to make a decision, and it's all going to be very positive. I feel like very definitely that this is regarding work for you, Capricorns, and it could also be the choice that you're offered between two positions at work. I'm hearing for some of you. So you may be being considered for another position. It's up to you. The position you're in, you've been doing for a long time and you're very comfortable with. So it's very easy not to want to move to something that's going to be a challenge. But the money's going to be better. The prestige is going to be better. So there is no wrong decision. It's only the decision that you make. You have free will. Okay? Virgo, you have the Eight of Swords, and Eight of Swords is about building, right? The Eight of Wands is about building, is moving in that direction. My speech is just not coming out clearly today. I'm sorry about that. Must be Mercury retrograde for me. I'm a Virgo. And this is the Eight of Wands, moving quickly though, moving quickly towards the finish line, helping you hurry to get to the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands and to be in fruition. The sun is coming up, it's looking very positive on you. This is building a career. Things are moving faster than you expected them to. So maybe you were applying for a position at work and you thought it might take a few weeks to hear about it. Well, maybe not. Maybe you might hear about it in the next couple of days. Because anytime you have the Eight of Wands, it's a quick decision. It's a quick movement. Okay, so know that it's going to be a good day, but know that if things suddenly happen quickly, you'll understand why. Taurus, Eight of Swords. Swords are all about truth, right? She can't see the truth, though. She's imposing these swords upon herself. She's making this decision to keep herself kind of surrounded by this sword energy of this positive truth, but the negativity that it entails. She doesn't need to be in there. Look, there's an opening right here where she could walk through. She could take her blindfold off because her hands are not tied strongly, and she could take her blindfold off and walk through and away from the truths that have come forward and let her make a choice of which decision what she wants to move in. Taurus, you could definitely be doing that, but you're not for some reason. You're choosing to stay blindfolded and not make a decision at this time. You can change this. You do have free will. This is a self-imposed kind of, I want to say quarantine just because of what we're in. This is a self-imposed guidance that you're not able to move forward, you're not able to move out of the swords, you're not able to move out of this truth you found out about. It's self-imposed in that you can take the blindfold off and walk right through and not be surrounded by these swords anymore. So that's a free will choice. Either you can stay where you are for a while, maybe you feel comfortable, maybe you need a break, and so that's why you do have these swords around you for protection. But you can walk away from it and walk into a better future. Okay? Okay, Taurus. Now we're going to do this shuffle for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Oh, I didn't have a good grip on those cards. Let's see which direction we head in the water signs today. Sometimes when you don't feel the greatest, the readings still come through crystal clear because like I said, the messages, psychic and mediumship messages are so clear for this week because the veil is so thin. But it's important to know that sometimes when you're not feeling that great, things like shuffling the cards, putting them out, the messages you bring might be a little, they're perfect and they're in alignment and they're true for today, but I skip over my words or I catch my words all the time, and that's part of what's happening. Cancer, we have the Fool upside down. We have the King of Swords for Scorpio, and we have the Eight of Cups upside down. Okay, so the Fool upside down. The Fool, if it was upright, would be about a 0 card, moving forward, making choices, deciding to let go of any chains that bind you and moving forward. It's the beginning of the deck. It's the very first card of the deck. So it's a lovely card. But the fact that you received it upside down says you are still kind of stuck in this energy, right? There is a butterfly. Whenever there's a butterfly in any of the cards in this deck, I always think that there is someone privately that has passed on that's trying to give you a message. So really listen to your intuition to understand that message. And it's a person, they're telling me that they talk to you all the time. So you do, or you hear them, let me say that. They hear you speaking to them all the time. Okay, so it is like a new beginning. It is a new beginning for you, Cancer. So take advantage of that. I do feel this is more relationship wise. So I don't know, because we're in Mercury retrograde, if someone's going to be coming in from the past to speak to you to get back into a relationship with, or it could be somebody that's brand new. Either way, Mercury retrograde, walk gingerly. Take, baby steps. You don't need to hurry anything. You just want to make sure that this is the correct person for you. Okay? Scorpio, King of Swords, King of Truth. This is he's much more in control here. He has one sword uplifted as if he's ready for battle, and the other sword is down. So it's really up for you to make that decision with your free will on whether or not you're going to fight or whether or not you're going to stay low in the high vibration. You're going to stay low and not fight. Okay, and that's really up to you. The truth is out there. The truth has been told. And this could be a king, of actual king energy, a male energy that's bringing in this truth to you, but it's definitely being told today and it's surrounding you. So you need to pay attention to the messages around you today. If it is the truth and you're not happy about it, doesn't mean you need to react. Maybe sit on it for a few days and think about it. Okay? There's no hurry. The king, look at the way he's sitting. It's very nonchalant. He's not sitting straight up in his throne at all. So it's definitely a time where you can take the truth in and think about it before you make a decision. A lot of blues in this card, a lot of throat chakra energy, which can be miscommunication. So maybe the truths that are coming in don't feel right to you and you need to clarify, which is always something that I recommend. Okay? And for Pisces, the card that I got in reverse is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups we've already had once. I think it was for, it might have been for Gemini. Anyway, or it might have been for Capricorn. He's leaving some of the cups behind. When it's upright, he's leaving some of the cups behind. He's opened them. He's made a decision. He's going to move forward, probably on the full moon this weekend, which is in Taurus, because that's all about moving, letting go of the things that no longer serve you, being able to move ahead, keeping everything open between you and all this earth energy that's around you, all the groundedness that you have. But the cups that he's leaving behind, standing up, could contain some things that he needs. So maybe take another trip before you head off in a direction, waiting for that decision for the full moon. Maybe it's time to turn around and really take a look at the cups again. Maybe it's time to turn around and say, okay, these cups that I haven't turned over, these 5 cups, I wonder if there's something that's really beneficial for me that I need to take a look at and bring with me on my journey. Right? So definitely don't turn your back on anything that could be an opportunity today, is the best message I could give you, Pisces. Okay? So let's move into fire signs. I'm going to shuffle the cards for Aries, Taurus, and Scorpio. Boy, am I tripping over my words today. A lot of Mercury energy out there today for Mercury retrograde ruled planets. Ruled signs. I'm not speaking clearly. My messages are clear, but I'm just not speaking clearly. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what the messages hold for you today. Okay, Aries. We have the Two of Wands. Leo, we have the Page of Swords and the Strength card. for Sagittarius. So the Two of Wands, they all came upright, which is nice. The Two of Wands is you taking a path. You're having to make a choice today. Look at these two wands. The path is very clear right down the middle of this card. However, there is something in your way that you'll need to remove, right? In this case, in the card, it's an elk. So you may have to take another path. You can see the other path you may have to take that's around him to bring you over to this path. That's right through the mountains. It's beautiful energy. You cannot make a bad choice is what I keep hearing from the angels. You cannot make a bad choice. If you want to go right down the middle and want to take the quickest and safest and fastest route, you're going to move that elk out of the way, right? You're going to move the burden of whatever's in your way. And it's not literally an elk, obviously. It's a burden of some kind that's in your way. It's a passion that's in your way. You'll be moving that out of the way in order to walk down and choose. But remember, whichever path you choose, if you choose this route and you choose this path, it doesn't matter. If you get halfway down and you say, you know what, it just doesn't feel right. I'm going to turn around, come back, go to the other path. Go to the other wand, right? There's no wrong decision. That's a free will decision for you, okay? For Leo, we got the Page of Swords, the Page of Truth. If you look at his face, he's not very happy, is he? It's like he's slamming that sword in his hand, almost waiting for somebody to push his buttons, to trigger him, to aggravate him. He's waiting. He's standing on edge. He's waiting for that truth to come through. But all the blue is telling me that it's communication, right? It's healing, it's nurturing, it's loving, it's kind. It's all that healing energy from the throat chakra. So if you're waiting for a message that is going to be truthful, it's probably going to come through either in terms of a message on an email or a text. And be careful when you accept it, that you're not just accepting it at face value. Don't forget, there is no intonation. There is no way to know for sure what this person is saying based on this text. If you find it confusing, if you find the text confusing, if you find the message confusing, call the person up and find out exactly what they mean. Just don't take it for what you think it means, because that's really an injustice to the person that you're learning the truth from, right? Or you're hearing something that you don't like that you think is the truth. Always give the person another chance to explain themselves, because quite often things don't come out the way you want them to when you post them on Facebook, when you post them in text. I'm sure we've all run into this, and that's what I feel with this Page of Swords as well, that you're going to put out a message, or someone else is going to put out a message, and you're ready. Those are fighting words to him. He's ready. He's taking a stance. But if you call them, they'll say, no, well, that's not what I meant at all. I didn't mean you know, whatever I said, I meant it this way. And the intonation makes all the difference. The emotion behind the message makes all the difference. So give somebody a chance today, okay? You have free will to do that. The final card is the Sagittarius card, which is strength. You notice she has a chain attached to the lion. The strength is not going anywhere. Sagittarius, you're living in your power right now. It's beautiful. Just remember, with the strength card, you also have a soft underbelly. So it's okay to be gentle and kind and demure and passionate and loving. Okay, so even though you have the strength card and you're standing in your own power, Sagittarius, you're making decisions that are best for you today. You also have that softer side, where if somebody comes to you and says, gee, I can't get this done, can you help me? Absolutely, you're going to help. So even though you're standing in your own power, you're reaching out and helping those, and you're being kind to those around you. Okay, Sagittarius? So I hope you guys all enjoy those cards today. They were lovely. I didn't have any cards that I had to pull extra on, which I'm always grateful for. I am going to put the camera up, and I'm going to do a little bit of Reiki with you, and I'll talk you through kind of a guided meditation. It's a 5-minute Reiki, but it helps you kind of start the day in a real positive mode, start the day in a feeling that everything's going to go well, that you're going in the direction that you should be going in. So let's find out what is the best way to go here. Okay, in the wrong place to find this Reiki music. Here it is. And if you can ever take the time by yourself to read this Reiki, to hear and listen to Reiki healing music, I do Reiki over the phone. I do it when people relax for a full hour, but you can also do it by yourself by listening to guided meditations.